Tonight, I want to speak directly to you, Virginia Austen. On the one hand, Jenny, I hate having to face you in a match tonight. See? But then, I think back to the days of the Bell Council. I bet you miss it sometimes, huh? Yeah, you, Amanda Knox, Candy Kane, and me. We were unstoppable. The witches they couldn't burn, remember? Well, that all came crashing down last September. And I've grown a lot since then. Done a lot of things. Won the Ladies Memphis Million. Won and lost the Women's International Championship. Survived a cell match with Liberty Bell. Hired and fired the $1 Million Man. I've been a busy as fish. So, let me ask you, Jenny. What you been doing to make your mark in our WL? You been running your mouth about me, Amanda, the council, everything. That's what you got up to. And I'm sorry. Part of that's my fault. Part of that's on me. I saw what you were then. A dime a dozen bottle blonde with a nice rack and an ego problem. Even then, you wanted to be in Amanda's place. You wanted to be top dog. As a friend, I should have told you then. You weren't smart enough. Drop dead gorgeous. But dumb as a fence post. Your problem, Jenny, is you haven't had a good ass kicking in so long. Your ass forgot how to be humble. So tonight, I'm gonna write that wrong Jenny. You're going home sore. Beat to shit, and you're gonna lose bladder control every time you hear my name for the rest of your alleged life.
That is some pretty tough talk, but we know the Memphis Millionaires can back it up. Tonight, Jody Dvorak settles old scores with her former Bell Council playmate Virginia Austen. Oh man, this is a hell of a way to close out the first hour tonight of Burning Dollhouse.
This next match, one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Coming down the aisle from Perth, Australia, she's vivacious Virginia Austen.
Like Jody Dvorak and Brandy Knox, Virginia Austen's one of the 3 survivors of the now-defunct Bell Council, with Candy Kane returning to life in the private sector. But neither Virginia nor Brandy have had the same level of success Jody's had. It's made them salty. As for Candy Kane, she could be a school teacher now for all we know, but Virginia is determined to manage to at least be as successful as Jody, if not more so. She's got the edge of knowing Jody's moves and methods inside and out.
Her opponent from Fontana, California, the Memphis Million heiress, Jody Dvorak.
No titles on the line, no money involved. Jody Dvorak simply wants to beat the brakes off Virginia Austen, and well, Virginia Austen's bigger and stronger, but Jody Dvorak also knows the insides and outs of Virginia Austen's moves, having been a former Bell Council partner. Well, ever since Jody Dvorak she's decided to change her life around, it's been pretty cool. Let's see how she does against her former Bell Council helpmate.
The things Jody said about Virginia wanting to be leader of the Bell Council. She forgot to mention how unstable and hinged Virginia Austen is. More often than not, Jody can think circles around Virginia Austen, which could be the Memphis Million heiress's advantage in this match.
Oh my goodness, would you get a look at Miss Dvorak here just being maybe just a little bit too extra?
Jody is definitely in a mood about all the negative talk Virginia Austen's been throwing around about her former Bell Council pals, and we've seen Jody in action before. She's gonna make good on her promise to whip on Virginia Austen here.
What a wild way to wrap up the first hour of this 2-hour Burning Dollhouse Ladies Night Special. Well, Virginia Austen looking supremely smug. As Willie Johnson rings the bell, they charge. Jody drives a knee into the head of Virginia. Virginia Austen, reeling. Jody Dvorak turns her over, drops an elbow right into the midsection of Virginia Austen. Jody rebounds off the middle rope. Whoa, what a bulldog. Jody Dvorak, quick cover here. One, but barely just a one, and That wasn't going to happen in no 30 seconds. You can't just beat someone in the time of a commercial. It's just not possible. Virginia Austen against the ropes, up over the top rope, out onto the floor. Goes Jody Dvorak. Jody back in the ring, goes behind on Virginia Austen, has her up, oh man, just kicked her right in the back, and she was coming down. The Memphis Millionaire is the whip kitten, countered by Virginia Austen. A spiked knee right to the head, and Virginia Austen with a kick to the leg of Jody Dvorak. Jody rounded up, spun around with a hard right from Virginia Austen. Virginia Austen slams her down, one arm slam. Jody Dvorak with the tables turned as Virginia Austen delivers another kick to the leg. Jody quickly back up on her feet, locks up Virginia Austen. Short clothesline, takes down Virginia Austen. Jody with a series of wrist clutch kicks and a forearm. Virginia Austen rounded up to her feet. Jody with a hard right spins her around. Virginia Austen counters with an elbow, quickly takes Jody Dvorak down to the canvas. Jody quickly back up, catches a right, a chop, an elbow to the face. Virginia Austen whips Jody to the rope, shoulder, takes her down, stomp to the midsection. Virginia Austen with a soccer kick to the gut of Jody Dvorak. Virginia up on the middle rope. Here we go. Oh man, pretty good crossbody. Again, Virginia Austen, a powerful gal, catches a knee from Jody Dvorak. Back up on her feet. A running kick from Jody takes Virginia Austen down to the mat, and Jody Dvorak, oh man, drives an elbow into the leg. Jody gouging the face of Virginia Austen, goes behind, has her up in the electric chair position, and boom! Oh man, spinning punch right to the back of the head. Jody covers, hooks the leg. One, another, just about a one. Virginia Austen still way too resilient. Jody's gonna have to do a little bit more work. A little series of kicks right to the head of Virginia Austen. Jody Dvorak all the way up from the top, double boot stomp right into the midsection. That'll knock the wind right out of you. Jody countered by Virginia Austen, forced into the far corner. The leg draped over the rope. There's a kick to the calf from Virginia Austen. Jody Dvorak rounded up by Virginia, up against the ropes. Virginia Austen bouncing Jody Dvorak off the ropes with forearms. Down goes Jody Dvorak. Stomp to the midsection from Virginia Austen. A soccer kick to the gut. And another. Jody Dvorak in trouble here. Quickly back on her feet. Got to put the fire out. With Virginia Austen becoming extremely aggressive. Virginia Austen slams her down by the arm. Jody Dvorak, with the wind knocked out of her for sure, just gets dragged towards center ring. Virginia Austen misses with the stomp. Jody Dvorak back up on her feet, drives a knee in and a kick to the back of the head. Virginia Austen rounded up again by Jody Dvorak. Jody taking her for a little walk here, puts her up against the ropes. A slap right across the chest. Jody Dvorak rebounds off the ropes. Look at this, a handstand, pair of knees right to the back. And she's going for a cover. 1, 2. And as close to a near fall as we've gotten so far, but Virginia Austen still finding her way out of a way to kick out of the pin. Jody Dvorak winding it up. Virginia Austen on the outside. She charges up and over, ass over tea kettle, boom. Human missile, human cannonball. And down goes Virginia Austen, who counters, gets back up on her feet, gets a hold of Jody, and whips her towards the timekeeper's area, makes her way back inside the ring. Jody Dvorak rolls back inside too. They lock up. Virginia Austen takes Jody down. Well now, stepping on the hair and yanking the wrists. An extremely painful and sadistic move from Virginia Austen, gouging the face of Jody Dvorak. Virginia goes behind, a shot to the back. Jody whipped to the corner. Virginia Austen charges. There's a beautiful splash right there. Virginia Austen, look at this. Sadistic with the boot right to the throat of Jody Dvorak for added humiliation. Virginia Austen makes her way to the top turnbuckle. Jody Dvorak laid out center ring. Big time crossbody. Jody Dvorak quickly struggling to her feet. Virginia Austen slams her down with a facebuster. Jody rolls to the outside. Virginia Austen moves in on her, slams her face, another facebuster out there on the floor as the referee counts. Virginia Austen catches a kick from Jody. Jody locks her up, rolls her back inside the ring. Jody Dvorak takes herself topside. Virginia Austen charges, saves herself. Jody Dvorak rolled out to center ring. Virginia Austen rounds up Jody, kick to the midsection, and here it is, the long good night. Oh, man. Oh, that ain't good. Oh, one of the most sadistic finishers I've ever seen. 1, 2. But Jody forcing up a shoulder just in time. Virginia Austen takes herself all the way up to the top here. Jody Dvorak just making her way to her feet. Virginia Austen nails her with the double axe handle. Virginia rounded up to a standing position again. Quick little do the hustle, a little kick to the midsection. Virginia Austen rolls out of the way, takes her down quick. Wow. Virginia Austen with some deceptive speed here. A running drop kick to the back of Jody. Virginia Austen relentless here. A series of kicks, a slap right across the face of Jody Dvorak. Jody whipped to the ropes. Virginia Austen with a hip toss. And Jody Dvorak is in big time trouble. Virginia Austen just opening up. Got her by the throat. This ain't good. Boom! One arm slam right there. And Virginia Austen talking trash to Jody. Jody rolls out of the ring. Rolls back in. Catches another kick from Virginia Austen. A series of shots. Down goes Jody Dvorak on a hard right hand. Virginia Austen with another kick to the back. And she's definitely feeling it. Oh, man, this is not good for Jody Dvorak. The Memphis Millionaire is catching it from vivacious Virginia Austen. And Austen clearly trying to hurt Jody. Yanking the arm against the rope. Has her up on the top turnbuckle. A hard right hand. And, Jody Dvorak counters, gets herself out of danger here. Rebound off the ropes, flying punch. Takes down Virginia Austen. Jody makes her way all the way up to the top turnbuckle again here. Drives the knee right into the skull of Virginia Austen. Jody rounds her up. Virginia Austen catches another running punch. Jody Dvorak rounds her up again. Virginia Austen escorted to the ropes by Jody. A chop across the chest. Here she comes again. Another rebound. Handstand knees right to the back. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. Shut up. Would have thought that might have been about it, but no. Virginia Austen still in the game here. Rolls to the outside. Jody Dvorak charges over the top rope again. Did not work out that time. That was a crash and burn and a half right there. Virginia Austen exploiting the mistake with a series of forearms to Jody Dvorak. Lines up the arm, a slap to the back of the head. And another facebuster. Jody Dvorak back in trouble again. Virginia Austen sadistically stomping the face of Jody Dvorak. Jody rounded up. Rolled back inside the ring by Virginia Austen. Austen makes her way all the way up to the top turnbuckle. Here we go. Big crossbody right across. Here's the cover. Here's the hook of the leg. 1, 2, 3. Well, now Virginia Austen with an upset win over the Memphis Millionaire.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time, 14 minutes and 21 seconds. Your winner, vivacious Virginia Austen.
All right, a quick correction on that obvious typographical error. The actual time would have been 9 minutes and 21 seconds. And talk about an upset. Virginia Austen picking up an upset win over the Memphis Millionaires, Jody Dvorak. And, well, I got to admit, that's kind of disappointing. Again, I never thought I'd hear myself say those things, but here we are. Again, Virginia Austen picking up the win here, and, well, it's a messed up way to wrap up the first hour. Looks like things are far from over as far as Jody Dvorak is concerned. She is just going 7 kinds of crazy on Virginia Austen, and it ain't even a match.
Of course she She's furious at having lost to Ginny Austen. And now, no matter what happens, she's gonna make good on that promise. She's trying to beat the brakes off Virginia.
Oh, Miss Austen. Oh, yeah, wicked kick to the face, and there goes the steel chair she was planning on using. Wrist clutch kick to the face for Ginny Austen. Jody Dvorak definitely making some payback here, and the crowd here in Texas is going absolutely insane. El Paso just exploding here for the Memphis Millionaire is Jody Dvorak.
Oh no. Ginny's setting Jody up for the long good night. Oh, man. She's already caught such a beatdown. Virginia Austen is trying to injure Jody for sure.
This isn't good. Jody is slowing down. She can't take much more of this. She's either got to wrap this up quick, or maybe just give up and fight some other time.
That might not be a bad idea. Jody Dvorak's starting to look like she's in trouble. Whoa, wait a minute now. Jaw jacker to Virginia Austen. Jody with an axe kick right to the face. Oh, maybe Miss Girl was playing possum or something. Here's a kick to the midsection of Virginia Austen. Look at this. Packaged her upside down, and oh man, just slams her down hard. Jody Dvorak's got a chair. Well now, Virginia Austen catching a beating here after Jody Dvorak might have been just laying in wait for the right opportunity, because she is just teeing off on Virginia Austen now.
Jody's got the upper hand now. And ooh, is Miss Memphis Millionaires going to town on a heifer? Rebound off the ropes, and man, the ref ringing the bell like it's gonna do any kind of good.
Virginia Austen trying to pull it together. Jody Dvorak comes back with another. Oh, looks like we're going to have a fencing duel here with steel chairs. Jody Dvorak moves in. Virginia Austen tags her in the skull with a steel chair. Virginia Austen moves in again, tags Jody a second time. Down she goes. These ladies just, oh, whoa, there's that wicked kick. And Virginia Austen doing a little trash talking to Jody Dvorak. Jody Dvorak could be in trouble. She has taken quite a beating so far. Kick to the midsection. And here it is. A long good night. Referee trying to stop this thing, but so far no good luck. And Virginia Austen just taking it to poor Jody Dvorak, huh? Never thought I'd live to hear myself say that, but there it is. Virginia Austen all the way up on the top turnbuckle. Here we go. Oh, man, look, holy hell, did you see that? Jody Dvorak caught her. Scoop slams Virginia Austen. Virginia Austen counters with a kick. Oh, unbelievable. Jody Dvorak with mounted punches on Virginia Austen. She has just kicked it into another gear. There is a demon that just crawled up inside Jody. Off the top rope, double boots to the gut. And I think he just knocked the wind right out of Virginia Austen. Another kick to the midsection, setting her up again for another one of these air raid crashes. Oh, man, Jody Dvorak just going all kinds of explosives on Virginia Austen. Whoa, wow.
You gotta respect someone that keeps their word, guys.
That's true.
And even though Jody lost the match to Virginia, she just made sure Virginia Austen left the ring, knowing she's been in a fight. Damn if Miss Jody didn't keep her word, and I'm guessing these are gonna be just the first shots fired between the former Bell Council partners.
Oh, you got that right, Christine. Jody Dvorak, a master at keeping a grudge for a long time. This is definitely going to be far from over between her and Virginia Austen, and just wait till they get Brandy Knox in the mix. All right, well, that takes care of the first half of tonight's Ladies Night Burning Dollhouse special. We'll be back with the second half right after the break. Sure hope to see you there.